going to ask whether Mr. Ibrahim Shaik from ATM, our hosts for this evening, will come up and do a short presentation, and then we'll enjoy our dinner. So I'm going to leave it at that. Mr. Ibrahim Shaik, please come up.
You know, it's amazing. We Africans are not scared of lions, tigers, rhinos, spiders. But when somebody tells you to give a speech, suddenly you are gripped by fear. What's worse is that I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not a speech giver. But today I'm tasked to attempt both. Firstly, all protocols are observed, and I acknowledge the presence of all dignitaries, ministers, and councillors. I want to tell you a story, and bear with me. The story starts off as many stories do, but the story has a twist. Where are you, and what are you doing? Those are the words Mr. Yusuf Kaji typed into his cell phone and sent the SMS exactly 2 years and 10 days ago. On the other end, in a small town in Port Shepstone, my phone beeped and I read this message. And I remember how good it felt to smile when I read that message. It was a time in my life when there wasn't much to smile about. It was during this time in my life that those questions appeared on my cell phone and changed everything. So I called him and he says to me, "Where are you? I'm looking for you for the last 6 months. I'm setting up this plant in Marisburg and I want you to come help me." Now, being a businessman myself for 15 years, giving instructions is what I do. It was difficult to take instructions. So I naturally refused. And then he said the words that made me eventually come to Peter Marisburg. He said to me, "It's not about the money, it's about the people. And I'm here today to assist Mr. Kaji achieve that dream." That's the twist in this story. Most senior plants in South Africa are here for the money. And that, my dear friends, is what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about where we are and what are we doing. I want to center today's talk around that SMS that changed everything. So where are we? 5 years ago, on this premises, in this room, there were trees growing in here. Mr. Kaji came in, revamped the facility. It's still a work in progress, but I'm sure you'll agree, it's not too shabby. When I joined here 2 years ago, my first task was to head up a team that would get the SARS license that we needed to manufacture. With the help of my colleagues, and after many late nights, 3 months later, we delivered the 4 lever arch files to SARS in Durban. It was rejected. Our spirits were broken, but we regrouped and we resubmitted a month later. On the 7th of November 2012, 1 year, 10 days ago, I will never forget this day. Mr. Kaji received the news that our license was granted. After a long struggle, and those of you who are close to Mr. Kaji will know the struggle. He was overwhelmed by emotion and he started to cry. The whole office started to cry after that. It was an emotional moment for everybody that stood by him from the beginning. Crying is not a weakness, people. It's a good thing, it shows passion. And here at ATM, we are very passionate people. You might confuse us with Italians, actually. So that is where we are. So what are we doing? Well, in one sentence, we make cigarettes. We make good quality cigarettes at an affordable price. I could tell you about our state-of-the-art facility, but it's not about that. I could tell you about our nationwide distribution that we plan on setting up in the next 3 months, but it's not about that tonight. I could tell you about what a wonderful man Mr. Kaji is, but it's not about that. Actually, it's not about me. It's not about you. It's about a legacy. It's about leaving a legacy behind for future generations. This is not about us. It's about the people, ladies and gentlemen. This is what this factory is set up to do. We have assembled a brilliant team of men and women from South Africa and other nations of the world. We have pooled resources of businessmen from different parts of the corporate world, both locally and from abroad. We have mixed all of this together, the sound financial support, the brilliant team, to deliver Mr. Kaji's dream. This is not about the money, it's about the people. Our dynamic team works passionately every day to fulfill this objective. I'm not saying that ATM Africa is going to stop rhino poaching, but we've embarked on a campaign to reduce this madness. And ATM works closely with the Zimvelu, Greenpeace International, the Sea Shepherd, to stop all forms of attacks on animals. We are so passionate about this that we set up a dedicated environmental department to take care of these issues. And we've done this in the first 12 months of operation. I'm not saying ATM is going to stop global warming, but we have already planted many trees with our cooperation working with the Green Wave Project. I'm not saying ATM is going to stop unemployment, but today the 100 people that work here support more people at home. That's a total of already 500 people that we support. I'm not saying ATM Africa alone will boost a failing global economy, but locally we are making a staggering contribution to the fiscus by selling duty-paid cigarettes. This is an African-owned business. We are routing funds back to Africa, where it belongs. What I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm saying anything at all, is that we are not going to solve the world's problems, but we are certainly going to make a dent. That's where we are, and that's what we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ATM Africa.
They are lovely people, and I would encourage you to have a tour of this facility, which is most impressive when you go through it. Thank you very much for hosting us, and for all the work that you're doing in the anti-poaching. It really is something that needs to be addressed, and it relies on the support of companies like you. So thank you for that.